Have you ever wondered what happened on pirate ships that roamed the vast ocean? Are the legends of buried treasure, bloody raids, and wildlife at sea true to what we often see in movies? The world of pirates is encapsulated in the image of skull and crossbones flags and contains a series of unbelievable secrets. Why do pirates wear eye patches even when they are not injured? Why do pirates drink grog instead of water? And was the most fearsome pirate of all time a woman who commanded thousands of ships? Join us to discover the little-known truths about pirates, from strange rules to terrifying symbols, and thrilling stories you won't believe. Ready? The journey to explore the world of pirates begins now. Piracy is not a new phenomenon in history. As early as 1353 BC, pirates appeared when people began to transport goods across the seas. They attacked merchant ships to rob and take hostages. During the Golden Age of Piracy, 1650 to 1720, thousands of pirates roamed the Atlantic and Indian Oceans, spreading terror to passing ships. The Caribbean was once the place with the most pirates because there were so many ships passing through. A series of robberies occurred in the Caribbean during this time. At that time, about 2,000 pirates were active in this area. Stories about pirates in this area have been made into many different movies. With a life drifting at sea and always facing a high risk of casualties, because in that era ships moved by sails and had no electricity. So why did so many people want to become pirates? Many people think that piracy originated from criminals on seagoing ships. But in fact, countless pirates were once honest people before turning to a life of crime. They joined the pirate world because it was a lucrative job. After each mission, the captain would divide the spoils equally among each member. In addition, the living conditions of pirates were much better than those of sailors on merchant ships and naval ships. Sailors on merchant ships had the opportunity to become pirates when pirates robbed their ships. Traditionally, pirates always asked those they captured to join their forces. Volunteers made up a large proportion of pirate crews. This was a dangerous and unpredictable profession. So many pirates died or escaped, so pirate groups were always in need of recruits. Like any other profession, to recruit recruits, pirates had to lure them with attractive incentives. They required their subordinates to dress very luxuriously to make others feel that their life was very prosperous. If there were not enough participants, pirates would use force to force honest people to join their group. The number of volunteers to become pirates skyrocketed after 1713 because many sailors on merchant ships became pirates. When European countries fought at sea, the sailors made a lot of money. In 1708, the British government even allowed them to keep everything they took from merchant ships of enemy countries. However, just 5 years later, the Treaty of Utrecht brought peace to the seas and several thousand sailors lost their jobs. Instead of returning to the mainland, most joined pirate ships, where they could continue to use their old skills to make a living. Contrary to what many people think, even though they are against society, pirates still worship democracy. We might even call them ardent supporters of democracy. To maintain a stable life at sea for months, pirates found that democracy was the best way to achieve that goal. Each person has one vote, and all decisions must be approved by the vote of the whole group. The captain was chosen by the majority of pirates in elections. The election of a captain ensured that the person in command of the ship had the support of the majority of the crew, thereby reducing the risk of mutiny. If someone is injured in the line of duty, they are compensated, and pirates have a compensation system that covers all members of their crew. The amount of compensation depends on the injury. As a rule, losing a leg is a more serious injury than losing 2 fingers, and losing a dominant arm is a more serious injury than losing the other arm. If you are knowledgeable about the history of the insurance industry, you will know that pirates were the first to apply for labor insurance. They also provide accessories for disabled members, eye patches, wooden legs, and iron hooks to replace missing hands. The crew always encourages disabled members to continue to contribute. Pirates live in a collective system, so losing a leg, arm, or disability does not reduce the status or role of each member in the organization. If you get on a pirate ship, you will probably meet quite a few women on board. To join the pirate world, the first thing a woman needs to do is to dress as a man. One of the most famous cases in history is Mary Lacy, a British citizen. She left home at the age of 19 and disguised herself as a man under the false name of William Chandler to become a pirate. Mary even had an affair with a woman on the pirate ship. Mary later gave up the life of piracy because her physical condition did not allow it. Surprisingly, the most famous pirate of all time was not a man, but Qing Shi, a woman who commanded over 800 ships and 80,000 men. With her great leadership skills, she became a legend in the pirate world. Everyone knows that pirates were big drinkers. Drinking became an important part of pirate culture, and alcoholism became a standard for them. For many pirates, the prospect of unlimited drinking was more appealing than the wealth they would gain. Alcohol also acted as a bond between pirates. If one did not drink, the others would look at him with suspicion. Pirates considered alcohol to help them treat many diseases, from food poisoning to disease of low self-esteem. Rum was a very important commodity for pirates in the Caribbean. Whenever pirate ships attacked merchant ships, they would always take all the rum. Gambling was another popular form of entertainment for pirates. Although some captains banned gambling while their ships were at sea, pirates would often gamble when they came ashore. Alcohol and gambling drove many pirates into dire straits. Basic rules of conduct include equal distribution of wealth, democratic decision-making, honesty with fellow pirates, and loyalty to the captain. Revenge is also a pirate code of conduct. According to this rule, pirates must take revenge on those who have harmed them by violence. Pirates did not follow social norms and lived very freely. They were open to homosexual love and even established their own form of same-sex marriage. For example, matloage was the term pirates used for a marriage between two male pirates. These couples would own property together, and if one of them died, the property would go to the other. Sometimes pirates had sex with both men and women. In the 17th century, the French brought hundreds of prostitutes to Tortuga, hoping to suppress homosexual marriage among male pirates. But the results were not what they expected. Pirates welcomed prostitutes, but they still had sex with their male partners. Real-life pirates often wore large earrings. However, the presence of this accessory goes beyond fashion, and has a much more long-term purpose. With a life of wandering and facing death at any time, pirates always try to accumulate a pair of valuable earrings, usually made of gold or precious metals. Because, if they were unfortunate enough to die, anyone who found their body could sell the earrings and use the money to bury them, or send their bodies back home. Therefore, many pirates even engraved their names and hometowns on this piece of jewelry. For merchant ships in the past, seeing a ship in the distance flying a black flag with a skull and crossbones would make them worried. However, the outcome would be many times worse if the flag still had the same symbol but the background color changed from black to red. According to historical records, pirates with black flags usually attacked only to rob money. On the contrary, with red flags, pirates wanted to warn that they were bloodthirsty and would kill all the crew of any ship they attacked. Because of the constant fighting, pirates were very concerned about health and medicine. They even created a special drink with healing properties. This drink is known to be an improved version of grog, a drink of British sailors, consisting of a mixture of rum and water. By adding sugar and lemon to grog, pirates helped turn it into a medicine to prevent scurvy, a disease caused by a lack of vitamin C, common in sailors. The famous Roman Emperor Julius Caesar was once held captive by pirates. Interestingly, the pirates did not know Caesar's true identity and only demanded 20 talents, approximately $600,000, in ransom. After stating this price, Julius Caesar laughed and said that he was worth at least 50 talents. It is known that during his time as a hostage, the emperor often recited poetry to the pirates. As soon as they were rescued, all the crew members of this bandit were sentenced to be nailed to crosses. In fact, it was not only one-eyed pirates who wore eye patches, because its function was not to cover the missing eye as we often think. The truth is that the eye patch was used for the main purpose of increasing vision in the dark, which was very necessary for pirates. Specifically, with only one eye, when pirates constantly changed positions between the deck, where there was a lot of light, and the deck, which was usually dark, their vision would adapt more flexibly. So we have discovered the interesting secrets behind the adventurous life of the infamous pirates. From daring raids on the sea to surprising hidden rules, the world of pirates is truly amazing. If you are interested in thrilling stories like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Your support is the motivation for us to bring more attractive content. Thank you and see you in the next adventures.